Hi everybody, this is Heather McCullum, and today is the release day of the Highlander's Unexpected Proposal, a new book, a new series, the first book in a new series called the Brothers of Wolf Isle series. And I'm very excited about it because it is in the same world as my Highland Isle series, which the first book is The Beast of Arrows Castle, right here. So it's just 20 years later. So you can see the characters from back then, 20 years in the future, and see how they're doing too. I am going to read you an excerpt, a short excerpt from this book. Let's see here. And so in this excerpt, Lark is the heroine, Adam is the hero. He is the oldest of 5 brothers, and they're all trying to resettle their ancestral island and build up their clan again. And so they've come, he and his second oldest brother have come to meet ladies at a Beltane festival. And even though Adam is so serious, he never thought that he would marry, especially not first, that his brother Beck would do that. He met this woman, Lark, hiding from 2 suitors the day before. And he hadn't realized that she was being forced to marry. She had said she was going to marry, that one of them wanted to marry her, but he didn't know that. So this is where she is being forced to pick one of her suitors in front of everybody at the ceremony. Okay, so he's watching the Beltane brides coming out. All right, and he sees Lark. Worry sat in the roundness of Lark's eyes. Was she afraid? The thought tossed like a rotten turnip in his gut. Ye have that sack? Adam asked Rabby. Aye, ye plan to use it? Beck's eyes widened. Adam, are we not going to be welcome back to Glencoe Beltane next year? Because I have a desire to see Anna Montgomery again. The women lined up between the fires, and the bearded man beckoned the tall priest. The clergyman's hair was cropped, and the skin of his forehead and nose was dark, as if he spent hours in the sun. His chin was pale, showing he'd recently sheared a full beard. He clutched a Bible, while his sharp gaze scanned the crowd, stopping on Adam. Adam tried to relax the tension in his face. His brothers said he wore his anger as if he could strike people down with a glance. Rabby handed Adam the sack, while Beck cursed under his breath and grabbed the back of his neck. Damn, Adam, I was having a bloody good time here. Don't ye be fathering any bastards, Rabby said. It will be the end of Clan Macquarie. I know, Beck said, his voice low with frustration. Daw told us every day from the time we first noticed that lasses smelled better than us. Spill your seed outside a lass, Beck mumbled their father's repeated saying. We should have put it on his grave marker. And a bairn maid on Beltane shall prosper and always find luck, the bearded man pronounced, which made the cleric's mouth turned up in a lecherous grin. Lark's 2 suitors argued good-naturedly. Giles Cameron punched the other in the arm as he adjusted his cod through his kilt. Had Lark picked him? It didn't matter. The woman had hidden away from both of those fools, risking her neck climbing into a tree. She sure as hell didn't want to marry either one of them. Get the horses, Adam said. Shite, Beck murmured and jogged away while Rabby chuckled. The first lass stepped before the priest with her father. The old man handed her off to a young man who smiled like the whole bloody world was his. Within minutes, the 2 were wed, and bride number 2 stood before the cleric. Even the anxious lasses followed their father's orders. Lark moved up in line, her eyes cast straight ahead. Beck ran up. They are loosely tethered by the tree line. Damn, she does not look happy. Lark Montgomery's mouth squeezed tight, her eyes belligerent. She held her hands clasped before her, and Adam wouldn't be surprised if her nails dug so far into the backs of her hands as to bloody the skin. Lark Montgomery, the bearded man intoned, you must choose from your suitors. She hadn't chosen yet? Adam released his breath. Stopping before the cleric, the bearded man came to stand by her side. Was he her father? Ye will choose now, he said, loud enough for everyone to hear. The 2 swains stepped closer, as did Adam, the bag in his hands. He'd be damned if he would watch her forced to marry. He'd steal her away and release her wherever she wished. Adam stepped closer, making Giles and the other man frown his way. Lark followed their gazes. Her lips parted as if she was surprised to see him. Without thought, he took several more steps toward her, his hands clutching the sack. "Who will it be?" the cleric asked, his accent odd, as if he traveled far to do his preaching. He leaned in toward her until she likely smelled his breath. "Unless you wish to take holy vows," he laid a hand on her shoulder. "Ye may escape a union by going with me tonight." His appreciative gaze made Adam's hand tighten into a fist. Lark Montgomery stood tall, and the mutinous apathy faded from her face as she extended a finger. Everyone turned to follow her gesture, the entire crowd looking toward him. Her voice came clear and loud. "I choose Adam McQuarrie." And that is how they started off. And so I hope that you get a chance to take a look at this new book, The Highlander's Unexpected Proposal, because it's a lot of fun. And there is a cursed island and a witch, and just there's some twists, and I think it's just a lot of fun. Also, if you're wondering when you're reading it, if it has anything to do with Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, originally, yes, that was one of my favorite musicals, and so I put a few clues in the book that sort of refer to it, but it completely veers away from the musical. But for those of you who love it, you'll probably love that musical. You'll probably catch some of that. So anyways, this is Heather McCullum, and thank you so much for listening to an excerpt from my newest book, The Highlander's Unexpected Proposal.